Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello, and thank you for your patience with my flexible start time. I made up that term, flexible start time. um, so let me know if you can see and hear me, please. And if you don't know, my name is Janet Wright. I'm an energy healer, reader, and teacher, and you are welcome to watch this live stream. I'm going to be doing a group energy healing of 120 people in 11 different countries. And the theme, it's a set of 2 healings. Today's the first one. And in 2 days, on Tuesday, is the second healing. And the theme is the same theme of the healings we've already done this month, the set of 3, just because it's a very expansive theme that you could do like 5,000 different ways. So I thought, well, the angels really thought that would be a good way to start the year. So it's purpose, love, and courage, or purify your purpose, love, and courage, but it's basically purpose, love, and courage. It's a simple way of saying the theme. And so yeah, so this is the first of the set of 2 healings. And I can read the geeky stats. Oh, good. I'm getting confirmations. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for the hellos in advance of starting. That's totally cute. Someone says they're excited and leaves me dancing lady emojis. And someone says good morning and mentions that they're making a donation on my website. Well, thank you. Not required, but always appreciated. Someone says hi, can see and hear you. Yes, and from Evergreen, Colorado, hello, and another one, hello. So I definitely have US and Canada and some other countries in the house, but I don't want to say people's country if they don't want me to say it. So, but I will say in general, the 11 countries that I'm healing 120 people that are in 11 different countries right now. And the stats is those 120 people includes 9 kids, ages 1 through 16, which I always find so heartwarming that parents are thoughtful. Some parents in the world are thoughtful enough to give their kids these energy healings. That's amazing. That's really amazing. So anyway, the kids are age ranges 1 to 16 years of age. Super adorable. And of the 120 people, 93 of those are in the US this time, 8 are in Qatar, 5 are in the UK, 4 are in Canada, 2 are in South Korea, 2 are in the United Arab Emirates, 2 are in Spain, 1 each in Luxembourg, Germany, Japan, and Australia. So hi to everybody that I'll be healing. Some of you, of course, watch live. Some of you catch it later as a video. And some of you only watch sometimes or never, and that's okay too. Either way, I am healing you. I will be healing you. And what else do I want to say? We will be repeating 2. We did a lot of neat things with Purpose, Love, and Courage in that triplet set of 3 healings earlier this month. And I'm going to use 2 things from that set and use them in this set. But then that leaves a ton of space and time for new stuff for this set to help with Purpose, Love, and Courage. So I am excited about that. And as usual, this stuff, doesn't only help the theme, it just helps overall presence and flow. And so the reason I'm going to use the clumpy chakras or clumpy chakra flaps technique. It's a specialized way to unblock chakras so that these flaps around the outer surface of the round openings relax and close, so that it's a lot less easy for people to cord you, and the chakra itself functions much better, releases energy better, flows better. So I call that clumpy chakra technique or something, clumpy chakra flaps. So I'll show a diagram and explain better when we do it. But anyway, that we're doing again because I saw it's such a big difference when I was looking last night when I was doing more prep for this. I was comparing the people that got last triplet set with people that didn't get last triplet set, and the clumpy chakra unblocking that way so that the flaps relax on all the chakras, and being so thorough with that was it's very noticeable. The people that didn't get it because they didn't get that triplet set, their flaps are like way more open than the people that got that triplet set healing. So and I could see the difference in people's surveys. So anyway, so that's why we're doing it now. And the other one was the the Flowy cube exercise, which was new with last triplet set, and it's just a way of visualizing your energy of a certain quality of energy that you have as a flowy cube, a gold flowy cube, or the appropriate color based on the chakra, and you lift out any crushing energy that has affected that energy for you in this life or past lives, if it's still affecting it, and you lift out the crushing stuff, and then you heal it and repair it more, and then you nourish it with flower energy healing. And I saw that together with the clumpy flat stuff was I think that was like the biggest reason why people felt sort of uniquely noticeable effects, like, oh, I cleaned my entire house and I've never done that in 2 decades kind of effect. Not everyone did that, but you know what I mean? It was that kind of a thing where it was like, okay, that's why. Because it seems like, the cubes were for purpose, love, and courage, and to take out that interfering energy from those spaces, and then repair and nourish those spaces, and then also to do the clumpy flap stuff so you're like way even more present and safe. It was a really good combo. So we're gonna, like I said, we'll do that today in addition to other cool stuff that will be sort of spontaneous. Like the angels will show me somebody to read, and I'll look and see what they need to help their purpose, love, and courage, and then that's what we'll do for everybody. So I can't really preview that because that's going to be spontaneous, but it'll be cool. And within a day, I'll have a detailed healing summary in the comment section, so you'll be able to see what we really did, and there'll be timestamp links. So, because somebody mentioned the other day, oh, your videos are so long, da da da. And yeah, these healings are long because I'm a professional healer and I want to do my best, and these people paid good money, and so yeah, it's a long healing. But if you did want to do it all on yourself, you have the opportunity to do that, or you can use the healing summary and just pick a 10-minute section that you find kind of intriguing based on the description and the title of it. Speaking of shorter things too, I did do earlier this week. When was it? It was just on Friday. I did 2 shorter live streams where I call them demo style walkthroughs, where I'm just healing myself in whatever way I needed at the time. And so one of them is a 50-minute video, and that has a lot of repair stuff because it was sort of a rough morning and I needed a lot of repair. So it's a good walkthrough for when you feel screwed up. And or decent walkthrough for when you feel screwed up. And then after that, I did a 30-minute live stream, and that's more like fine-tuning, like feeling even more uplifted, feeling like better about the balance in your life, like that work isn't upstaging you, or your personal to-do list isn't upstaging how you feel about yourself. It's very subtle fine-tuning type work. And that's 30 minutes long, that live stream. And I was thinking too, it's a good one to do if you want, when you already have your space, when you've already done the repair type stuff, So you could do the 2 live streams together, get the repair done, and then do that. But if you receive these healings, then you're pretty fixed up after that, unless, your sister takes a whack out of your aura after that. But, generally, after you get one of these healings, you're pretty fixed up. So that could be an interesting time, like the next day or later that day if you feel like it, to do that 30-minute demo one that I just made on Friday with the fine-tuning stuff. And you can get a chance to do you know, this sort of more subtle, more esoteric kind of fine tuning about how you feel about your life and your progress and the next week ahead and what you have to do. And, you know, it's nice stuff. Because sometimes, you know, you only have time to do the damage control type of meditation, and then you just gotta, you know, you have stuff you got to get done. But sometimes you do the damage control, so you're really present, and then you get to do the fine tuning stuff. And that's very nourishing, and it gives you this, a deeper sense of satisfaction generally. So anyway, that 30-minute one is that kind of thing. And I think that I liked doing it. And I think, you know, those would be useful walkthroughs. They're shorter. So some might even be shorter than that. Sometimes too, these demo style ones, it's just I happen to need a lot that day. But so anyway, I think I might, you know, rather doing 2 Q&As each month for a while, I'll do 1 or 2 demo style videos on one day, you know, some random day in the month, and then I'll do a Q&A still on a different random day in the month. So, and if you're on my news email list, if you get my news emails, then I'll try to give at least a day's heads up, or maybe like on Friday I could only give like I think I gave like a 6-hour heads up, something like that, advance notice. But anyway, if you don't get my news emails, just email me and I'll add you to that list. Because like one of my veteran clients, she wasn't getting my news emails, and I guess she never really thought about it before. And then, so I had her old email, you know, that she doesn't use anymore on my news email list. So if you don't get them, like my news emails, you would have gotten one yesterday because it was the 15th. And then you would have gotten one Friday because I was giving the heads up about the demo live streams. So if you didn't get one on Friday and one on Saturday, then, you know, with just news updates, then you're not on my news email list. But I'd be happy to add you if you email me and ask that. But put that in the subject line of the email, because I'll send out a big group email to like almost 200 people, and then everyone just sends back an email about whatever they want to email me about with the same subject. So I have like a ton of my whole inbox. It's impossible to tell what the emails are about by the subject that way. So please consider custom subjects in your emails for somebody like me. Okay. So I think we can do the 2 minutes of silence. Let me catch up on comments too. Someone says, wow, a tornado came through. How about that? Well, I hope you're okay. Someone says, hello, Janet, with cute emojis. Thank you. Someone says, Janet, good morning from Las Vegas. Hello, hello. Someone says, love the demo style stuff, especially the fine tuning. I was surprised at how much I liked it. Yeah, fine tuning is very nice. It's like, you know, damage control is important, you know, so you're competent and you can get things done in the day. But then, you know, this deeper stuff about, you know, but really how good do you feel? Let's make you feel even better. Let's make you feel even better, you know. You know, there was a lot of like removing people off my path or their fears or stuff. So it's, yeah, I would encourage people to give that one a shot if you feel like it, especially after one of these healings, because you'll be in good shape. And so the fine tuning would be appropriate at that time. Otherwise, if you're just going to do it any old time, you know, maybe do like an aura repair grounding quick video first, or, you know, just freestyle. Make sure you're centered enough and you got the basics done. All right. Just getting my notes ready because I gotta take notes. Okay. Hello from Ottawa, Canada. Rocking it out. Hello. Is there anywhere besides YouTube to download these healing videos, because I don't have internet at home and would download them on my MP3 at library if I could? No. No. They're so huge. I mean, it's not worth it to me to put them somewhere else in addition to just having them on YouTube. So sorry about that. Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe your library has access to YouTube, so you could still do it there anyway. Um, but yeah, you maybe ask someone a little bit more proficient than me with downloading videos. I know you can download, well, I can download my own videos, but as a user, there's probably some way to do it at the library, but I'm not aware. And someone says, hello from Chicago. Hello, with a turtle emoji. All right, cool. So now let's do the 2 minutes of quiet time, and then I will start the healing walkthrough. You'll see me move my hands, which will be me starting to do the healing, and then a minute later I'll actually start talking out loud, and that'll be the walkthrough. So you're welcome to heal yourself as you watch when I'm talking about the walkthrough. Hello from Athens, Georgia. Hello. All right, now I'll be quiet, I promise, for 2 minutes. Okay, thank you for your patience. Oh, and it's a nice chance to catch up on your moisturizing if you want, and have a healthy beverage. All right, thank you for waiting. Hello, hello. So, when you heal, have a copy of what you're healing out in front of you. That's an easy way to do it. At first, it may not seem easy, but just wing it. So you create a copy of your aura, and you're inside your aura, your body, your physical body, your astral body. And technically, you actually have 17 auras. But if you're present, they're pretty much in the same place. So it just looks like one big bubble that represents 17 auras. So you can heal all 17 at once with gold light. So the gold light comes from your hand chakra, the big hand chakra in the palm of each hand, and also your fingertip chakras in the front of your fingertips. I'm probably going to explain a little bit less in this one. So if you're new, super newbie, and you like explaining, you can always ask a follow-up question if something didn't make sense to you. And I'll get to it at the end. But anyway, the gold light from your hands, you use it to unblock and repair, and it works. So grounding. Grounding is your natural connection to the core of the earth. And you can go ahead and create a really wide one. I think it works best that way. So really wide as in as wide as your whole aura. So as wide as the heel of the palm of your hand if you stretch out your arms. So I would suggest that you think about your grounding color as well and make it red or orange or yellow. So you just make it with your intention or your thought. You don't have to be able to see energy yet. That comes later. The more you get present, the more you're able to see your own energy. So red or orange or yellow grounding. And then you can make a mini copy of it out in front of you and comb through it with gold light. And bunch together all the energy blocks and melt them down with lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water. Again, bunch together all the energy blocks in your grounding and melt them away with gold light. Melt away the energy blocks. Again, bunch together all the energy blocks in your grounding and melt them away with gold light. You can also blow them up if you're healing yourself. And if you have stuff that's just not clearing, it's not melting, you can still bunch it up and then wrap it up in lots of gold light and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So one more time, anything that's not clearing from your grounding, just bunch it all up in the same place. Wrap it up in gold light and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So you want to make sure it's like a big waterfall flowing down all the way to the core of the earth, and that everything gets absorbed at the core of the earth because it doesn't get blocked on the way down. You want to melt away the blocks. So the energy flow flows all the way down very quickly, and there's a lot of flow downward. So that's basic grounding and blocking. So then indie grounding is where you check out the sides of your grounding as it goes all the way down to the core of the earth. Oh, by the way, make your grounding high, come up high as your third chakra. So where your sternum bone is, where that ends, that's your third chakra. So make your grounding come that high up. And so indie grounding is you check the sides going all the way down to the core of the earth and melt away any branch off parts that go to other people. Just melt all that off with gold fire, gold water, whatever. And if you have some people there that are a little persistent in, maybe they're just confused about boundaries and why your grounding should be separate from theirs and how that helps the both of you, just you can explain it to them, say, hey, my grounding needs to be separate. Your grounding, if you're grounding separate, it works better. You can say, hey, go talk to your angels. Go ask your angels for help with grounding. All right, so that's indie grounding. All right. So let's do aura repair. All right. So let's repair the two regular auras. So first just comb through them, see like, okay, how bad are they? Like in that 50-minute demo style video I did, I'll link them below too for the people that watch like months and months later. It might be hard to find them, so I'll link them in the comment section for later. But anyway, in that first demo style video when I was doing a lot of repair, I had damage up on the top of my aura. So, but anyway, just check where, do you have any rips in these two regular auras? And If you're advanced enough or intermediate enough to kind of see each rip, you could individually repair them or sense each rip with your intuition. But a more a way that'll work no matter what is if you use a composite copy. So one rip that represents all the rips in your 2 regular auras. And just imagine that composite copy rip out in front of you. It can look like a big valley. And just wash that out with lots of gold light. Get the gold light really deep into the rip. And you want to clean out all the junk that probably has been accumulating in the rip. So, I mean, if the rip just got made like 5 minutes ago, there's probably no junk in it. But if it got made, you know, a day ago or more, then there probably is some junk in there that could get in the way of the repair. So just use sticky gold wax and put it in your rip, and it's gold light that sticks to whatever you need to get rid of. So it sticks to anything that's not you in this rip. And just remove the wax and the hard stuff and give it to your angels. Remove the wax and the junk. Give it to your angels. So more sticky gold wax in that rip. Remove the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. So now it's more cleaned out. So now the repair should work a lot better. So go ahead and repair that rip so that it grows back with all the gold light. So right now we're doing the 2 regular auras first. Right? So after the rip is repaired, then you could have scarring left over at the edges of where the rips were. Like a bumpy hardness. So just imagine all the bumpy hardness, put it in one place. All the bumpy hardness from the edges of your 2 regular auras, if you have any, so any aura scarring, and just melt it away with gold light. You could, I don't think blowing up is as good because it's kind of a damaged part of your aura. So it's not just the hardness, it's that the part under the hardness isn't fully repaired. So it's probably better just to melt it with gold light because then that finishes up the repair. Okay, and I'm going to do sticky gold wax and then finish the repair to get the energy seal after we do the Wei Qi auras. So that was just regular repair for the regular 2 auras and then melt the aura scarring. So yeah, we'll do bruising and stuff. We'll melt aura bruising at the same time as we're working the Wei Qi auras because we can unblock the Wei Qi auras at the same time. So we'll move on and do the Wei Qi auras. So Wei Qi is spelled I spell it W-E-I space C-H-I, Wei Qi. And Wei Qi is a traditional Chinese medicine concept. Not the 15 auras part, that's just something the angels explained to me, but the Wei Qi energy is something everyone has, and it's like a self-defense energy, a good boundaries energy, and it protects your body and you as a spirit, although it's part of your astral body's aura. So it comes and goes with you as a spirit, but it is very beneficial to your physical body as well. And each of the 15 Wei Qi auras is like a flowy gold misty force field of gold light. So there are no aura layers in these Wei Qi auras. There's no chakras in these Wei Qi auras. There's no body in these Wei Qi auras. They're just, force fields around your astral body, really, or around and through your astral body. Someone said how to synchronize all the Wei Qi auras. That's not really a thing. You just repair them all, but they don't get synchronized. I don't know what that would mean anyway. So anyway, so now let's imagine the 15 Wei Qi auras up in front of you, just all in one place, and comb through them. Just get a sense of them intuitively, and just see, do you have a lot of rips? Like check the top. Is any of them ripped in the top? Maybe you have 3 or 4 ripped at the top. How about the back? Any ripped in the back? Maybe 2 or 3 are ripped in the back. Just use your intuition, which might feel like you're guessing if you're a newbie, but that's okay. Check the front. any rips or gashes in the front. Maybe a couple have that. If you've never repaired your Wei-Qi auras, maybe most of them are damaged in the top and the front and the back. But so with Wei-Qi auras, you do want to do what's healthy and gentle to do right now. So just that's your intention. I want to do what's healthy and gentle to do right now. So that way you don't do too much and you can always do more later. Okay. So again, let's use a composite copy for repair of all the rips that are healthy and gentle to repair right now of your 15 Wei-Qi auras. So imagine just like one rip and do the same thing. Just scrub it out, lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water. And clean it out with sticky gold wax. Get the wax in really deep there so that this gold wax sticks to anything that's not you in the rip. And lift out the junk and the wax. Angels, here you go. One more time, more sticky gold wax. Clean out this rip. Have the wax stick to anything that's not you. Lift that out, the junk and the wax. There you go. Angels, here you go. And finish this repair. So this is, again, for your 15 Wei-Qi auras. It's a composite copy representing all the rips that are healthy and gentle to repair right now in your 15 Wei-Qi auras. And take your time with this one, if you need extra time, because, you could be repairing a lot more rips at once, potentially, because there are 15 Wei-Qi auras. Okay, and they can also have aura scarring, just like the regular auras. At the edges after the rip is healed up, there may be like a bumpy hardness. So you can lump all that bumpy hardness together in one spot and melt it away. So imagine all the aura scarring from any of your 15 Wei-Qi auras and just melt the aura scarring away with gold light. And just relax as you do it, because this is 15 auras, and so it's a bit of a bigger deal probably. But it's a good big deal, but just relax as you work. Melt away this aura scarring in your Wei-Qi auras. If you have any left over, just say, angels, help me with this. Okay, so that was aura scarring, melting aura scarring for your 15 Wei-Qi auras. So now we'll work all 17 auras at once for the next 2 or 3 steps that we're going to do. So, for the 2 regular auras, they have 7 layers each, right? Like layers of the onion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So each of those aura layers can get bruised. If someone throws a lot of energy at you, but your aura doesn't rip, it could bruise a few layers at once, meaning maybe like 30% of each layer would have like a hard black sort of flat panel of energy in it as a result of that trauma, the energy force. So you just melt it away with gold light. But anyway, so you can have bruising in inner aura layers, outer aura layers, anywhere. And of course, also you can just have random energy blocks in different aura layers. So we're going to just use so much gold light and be really thorough in all the aura layers of these 2 regular auras so that we're unblocking and we're also melting aura bruising. Okay, and then at the same time, we're doing the 15 Wei-Qi auras and we're unblocking those, because those don't really get bruised because there aren't layers like that, so the force doesn't bounce around in each layer like that, but they can always use more unblocking. So all 17 auras, just imagine a copy out in front of you of all 17 of your auras, and just use so much gold light, and if my explanation just confused you, just use gold light and it'll help. Just don't even worry about the details if it's confusing. Lots of gold light through your 17, all 17 of your auras. And if you doubt your ability to do it, just say, angels, help me do this. So again, we're melting aura bruising, we're relevant, and we're unblocking. And we're working all 17 of your auras at the same time. Because we can. It saves time. I started so late. I feel like I should be efficient. So let's do sticky wax, sticky gold wax for all 17 auras at once. Around the outer surface to get rid of, like, say if you have hard objects that got thrown at you and they're stuck there on the outer surface, you want to remove those, of course. But you could have hard objects that were thrown at you that got more inside the aura layers too, so you want to get rid of those too. So, but sticky gold wax, of course, can stick to anything that's not used. So invasive beings, people's energy, invasive people's energy, energy blocks. So we'll just use sticky gold wax everywhere through your everything, all your 17 auras around the outer surface. Of all the 17 auras, but then also inside all the 17 auras, sticky gold wax. So this is also a way to do unblocking. Have the gold light stick to the energy blocks and the hard objects, etc. And have it go through your grounding too, and the outer surface of your grounding. Because you can have stuff stuck, hard stuff stuck in the outer surface of your grounding too. And all the way through your grounding, sticky gold wax. So then we're going to move. We're going to keep the copies in place and move the wax and the junk to the side and give it to the angels. So just move the wax with the junk to the side, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Deep breath, because that's a bit of a shift that you just did. Again, sticky gold wax through your everything. We'll do it faster. And then move the junk and the wax to the side. Angels, here you go. Again, sticky gold wax through everything, including outer surfaces, all your body systems, all your chakras, big and small. Move the junk and the wax to the side. Angels, here you go. All right, so now we'll do extra gold light, especially around the outer surfaces, because we want to repair in case the removing hard objects left any puncture holes. So a little extra repair around the outer surface of all 17 auras, just to make sure there are no leaks, not even tiny ones. And so that means you have a nice energy seal, which is good. Nice bouncy cohesion, surface tension kind of strength at the edge of your aura. But it's bouncy, it's not hard. And gold light throughout all your energy systems, your 17 auras, your groundings, gold light. All right. Redo your gold buffer zones. I never explain how to do those because it's once you learn, it's so easy. So I just have a 18-minute video that teaches you gold buffer zones. I'll link it below later. But of course, you can just search Janet Wright gold buffer zones on YouTube, and you'll find that 18-minute video that also teaches aura repair. All right. I'm going to be quiet for a second to read a sample person that the angels are showing me in order to figure out what technique we're going to do next. So you could just chill out, have your healthy beverage for a minute while I look at this person and figure out what we're doing next. Okay, so I'm going to explain the sample person what they're going through, just because I think that could resonate with a bunch of people, and then we'll take care of it. So because it's something that I think we all can experience in big or small amounts. So this sample person, she is a newbie, and this is her second healing set ever from me that she's getting, and she has a busy life, and she's been sick, and I think she's getting better, but she's still exhausted, and she has kids, and just a lot going on. And so she can't really feel the difference from the healings yet, which is not unusual for a newbie, but her focus is so external, with all the kids and everything, and managing her household, and just dealing with everything she has to deal with every day. And so with it that way, you can't really feel the good parts of your energy. So the fact that you're more present, it doesn't really make a difference. You're kind of numb. You're just kind of so part of her energy is far away. A significant part of her energy, and that can happen even if you're not a mom. Like if some situation happens and it's really hard to process, like, are you kidding me, that just happened, I have to deal with this now, just some and parenthood can present a lot of those types of situations, because I've said before, kids are like little wild cards. You don't know what they're gonna do on a given day, and whatever, but we all have surprises in our life like that. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine these far off parts of you that have just had trouble processing one thing or another. And it could be you had trouble processing what happened this morning, or what happened a week ago, or what happened, 20 years ago, or what happened in your childhood, or even in a past life. You can still kind of be train wrecking far away about something that happened in a past life. So first, let's, quickly reground. I'm just taking notes. So sorry about that. I have to take those. So quickly reground, be aware of your grounding, remake it nice and wide, red or orange or yellow, and have a copy of it out in front of you, and just comb through. Make sure your grounding is really flowing even in the back and the front and the center and the sides. Okay, and so imagine copies out in front of you. So like, you don't have to really see energy in any detail at all, but you just imagine like a blob that represents you. And then, like the part of you that's in and around your physical body. So your physical body and the part of you that's pretty present. And then there's the part of you that's far off, like going, no, this didn't happen to me, I can't believe it. Just various things. So these are just little mini yous, like far off. And so you just imagine copies of them, like above and over to the side. And they could be, and just use your intuition, be like, oh yeah, this is a part of me from a year ago. This is a part of me from 20 years ago. This is a part of me from a past life, and just, you don't have to, but that's kind of interesting. And then just run gold light through all these mini yous that are kind of spaced out and stuck. And you can run gold light through the main you that is in and around your body too. But just gold light, and you can talk to these far off parts of you. Just stay present, be here in your body, feel your body, but just, let your telepathy, your spirit communication travel to these parts of you and just say, hey, it's okay, whatever it was, it's okay now, I'm safe, we're safe, it's okay, you can come back if you want. It'd be a lot better if I'm not in 15 places at once. Come on back. Because you're better able to handle stress when you're not, splattered all over the place. So just gold light so that these parts of you feel better and come back. So you don't like force them back, you heal them so that they naturally start coming back. So with my sample person, about half of those far off parts of her came back, that are healthy and gentle to bring back now, and then the other half are on their way back. So that's fine and typical. They don't all come back instantly, but a lot of them can, and then the others, may take a few minutes or a few hours to make it all the way back. That's okay. So that's just healing the far off parts of you, and you can do that whenever you want, because you never know. There could be ways in which it's subconscious, this process. So it's a nice thing you can do whenever. So I'm going to look at another sample person, and I'll be quiet when I do that. Okay. So this other sample person that I'm looking at, one of the people that I'm healing, she has had a positive relationship with her father, which not everybody has, of course, but she has a positive relationship with her father. And the problem with that is it has gotten in the way of her courage, because her dad has always, on a spirit level said, I'm here for you. I can protect you. I can keep you safe. Which made sense when she was 5 years old and 6 years old and 2 years old and stuff, right? But now she's a grown woman and she needs more courage in her life. She needs to be less nervous, less anxious, less tentative, fear-based hesitation. She needs a lot less of that. She needs more courage of her own. But her dad has gotten a little bit invasive, accidentally, most likely, but he's like in the first layer of her aura with this message of, I'm here for you. So he has all this energy and he thinks it's keeping her safe, like to park a bunch of his energy, like hogging up really a third of her first layer of her aura and a third of her first chakra. So first chakra is at the base of the spine. An ideal color for it is red, so you can set yours to your favorite shade of red. And then that generates your first layer of your aura, which is the closest one all around you. And you have two first layers technically and two first chakras, one for your physical body right here, and then one for your astral body, which is you as a spirit, the part of you that comes in and out of your body. So if you're okay with a little detail, then you have two first chakras, physical and astral, and two first layers, physical and astral. So he's in both of them for her. So he's hogging up a third of each of those auras, those first layers, and each of those first chakras that she has. So that's a lot, you know. I mean, the only cord and presence that I would suggest for people is if you have a young child, like 13 or younger, have one cord between your first chakra and your child's first chakra, and that's it. No other chakra, but that's only if you have a child who's 13 or younger. Otherwise, if it's best if it's just you in your first layer in your first chakra, and it's best, like say if your kid's 17 or 25 or 30, it's better if they're just themselves and they're not connected to you in your first layer in your first chakra. That'll work better for them. It works better for you. So anyway, the idea is go ahead and be aware. Do you have somebody, either maybe they're just trying to be helpful, like that woman's dad, who is a total sweetheart and they really get along. You know, maybe you have somebody like that. Maybe it's an older sibling or a best friend, or, you know, your partner, or, you know, some friend that you had a while ago. But do you have somebody who's has benevolent intentions but is hogging up a lot of space in your first chakra, in your first layer? And just, you know, like pull your awareness in and just get a sense of like, oh yeah, I do, you know, and just sense if that's the case, which it very well could be, because this stuff happens subconsciously. So we'll do another one of somebody who's actually trying to intimidate you, or, you know, who's a little controlling, you know, so it's not that same vibe. Just because I think if you train your mind to search for one, then you train your mind after that to search for the next. It'll be more thorough. So right now we're just looking for what I would call like benevolent controllers. People who mean well, but they're totally in your space hogging things up. So check your first layer. Someone, you know, trying to make you feel safe or supported or something in your first layer, trying to make you worry less or whatever, be more safe or whatever. And just get a sense of that. And you can say hi to them and just explain that, you know, you're healthy and safe and well, and it's really going to make you stronger if they stay in their first chakra, not in your first chakra. So you can imagine your first layers, your two first layers and your two first chakras, and just use so much gold light that you're washing these people out. And you don't have to know who it is also. You can just say, hey, you know, go check your own space. It's going to help me if I can have all this to myself. Okay, I need to have all this to myself. You'll feel better if you go back to your own body. Go check your body. I'm fine. Thank you for your thoughtfulness, but I need breathing room. So imagine the gold light just washing everybody out. And it could be gold sandstorm too. That might be a more forceful kind of imagery, where there's spinning bits of gold light. And it's not bad karma to like wash somebody out with gold light, even with gold sandstorm, because gold light is very healing, period. So you're kicking them out, but it's a healing energy, so it's not bad karma. It's not like you're harming them. Maybe I'll clean off the camera. I don't know. That didn't help. There we go. Okay. So again, first layer and first chakras. Both of your first layers, wash everybody out, all the benevolent controllers out of your first layer. The well-intentioned people out of your first layer, astral first layer and physical first layer. And then your first chakras, melt everybody out, melt the cords, melt within the chakra, around the chakra, both physical and astral first chakra, just lots of gold light. You can make a composite copy of both your first chakras, just make them in the same place so it looks like one open cylinder. And just so much gold fire. You're melting everybody out who's a benevolent controller, who's just, you know, they mean well, but they're hogging up everything. So just melt them out with gold light, burn them out with gold fire or whatever. Just let them know, hey, it works better for me if you go to your space. Thanks so much. I need to do that more often. All right. So that was first chakra, first layer. both of them. Just, wash out everybody. And this is the benevolent controllers. So now we'll use our intuition to wash out the people that maybe aren't actually trying to help. Maybe it's just subconsciously something you're doing triggers them, and so they're kind of trying to stop you or suppress your progress. Maybe they're just controlling people. They just, for whatever reason. So anybody else basically that's in your first layer and your first chakra, and you can get a sense maybe intuitively of who that is. But somebody trying to, stop your progress. It could be an ex who, maybe they don't want you to be a lot more abundant than you were when you were with them, or, a lot more courageous than when you were with them. Or, if you have like a controlling parent, sometimes, this is a way, if they're in your space, they, maybe you won't move cross country or something very dramatic that would trigger them, So just wash everybody out of both of your first layers and both your first chakras so that you're in charge of whether you move, whether you change jobs, whether you earn more money, whatever. So get these controlling people out, and these are the ones that aren't we already got the benevolent controllers out, so these are the ones that it's more, maybe not malevolent, like technically, but it's just people who want to stop you for some reason, subconsciously. So gold fire, burn them all out. They don't get a vote. This is not like, a communal space that they can hog up. This is all for you. So burn them out of both of your first chakras with gold fire. And lots of gold light. Just burn them out of both of your first layers. Don't like throw any other energy their way, because that would be potentially harmful to them. But gold light would not be harmful at all. So lots of gold light. Just get everybody out of both of your first layers. This is not a communal meeting space. And you can say to people, hey, go check your body. Go ask your angels for help. Go have a good day. Take a deep breath. Especially in the back of your first layer. The back of your first layer, that's where people are trying to stop you, but they don't really want you to know. They'll do it in the back of your first layer. So get that out. Get them out. Out, out, out. Gold light. Front of your first layer is people that are kind of in your face about it. So they're not really trying to hide that they're trying to control you. So that could be for some people more intimidating, and you might just go passive if someone's in your face. So just check for that, the front and the sides of your first layer, and just melt out any controlling people, anybody at all in your first layer of your aura. Again, a nice healthy color for your first layer is red, and you're using gold light to get everybody out. And so we're doing the front of your aura, clearing it out, front of your first layer. So all the in-your-face controllers. Wash them out. All right, cool. All right, so that was getting rid of the getting rid of people from your first chakra and first layer. First of all, the benevolent controllers who mean well but is still controlling, and so they gotta go. And then after that, we did the people who aren't really trying to help. They're just trying to stop you or suppress you for some reason. So we get them out too. We don't need to put up with any of that. Okay, so check your grounding. Make sure you're grounding, especially in the back and the center. Those are the two spots that tend to block up the most for people. So it could be that you are a benevolent controller accidentally, like you're trying to help somebody. Maybe you feel bad. Maybe you feel like you harmed them in some way in the past, um, or you feel guilty about something, or you just feel so much like you kind of feel their pain or something, and so you wish them the best, but it's very invasive accidentally. So you might be one of those benevolent controllers in somebody else's space. So let's do some flower healing for you, just in case. Just in case. So that you're more nourished and balanced, and you're less likely to, out of guilt or fear or resistance or something, to be in somebody else's space trying to control what they experience and manifest. Okay, so lots of energy healing flowers. Just make them with your hands, or just imagine, create them out in front of you. Gold light or rainbow colors, just universal healing energy. Just make energy healing flowers that are going to help you be more comforted and less invasive. Okay, so lots of energy healing flowers that you need to be more comforted and less invasive. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then give them to yourself. And if you're not confident about this, just say, angels, can you make the flowers? And then you give them to yourself that your angels make. Okay, so one more time, make energy healing flowers that'll help you be more comforted and less invasive. And just make all those flowers. Say, angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to yourself. One more time, make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers so that you feel more comforted and less invasive, and have your angels check them. Angels, please check my flowers. And if you're not confident, just say, angels, please make my flowers for me, right? And put out your hands and then give those flowers to yourself. All right, cool. So that was energy healing flowers to be more comforted and less invasive. Okay. See, today's a nice variety pack. We're doing all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to look at another sample person that the angels have picked out for me. So I'll be quiet again. Okay, so I'm looking, my sample person was somebody's dad. You can always purchase healings for a loved one of yours, even if maybe they're not really liking energy healing consciously, because I can ask their spirit, themselves, I can ask the subconscious part of them. And if that part of them says, yes, I would like the healing, then that's fine with me. I'll do the healing for them. So anyway, so it's one of those cases. I call them telepathic consent participants. So anyway, he of the three things, purpose, love, and courage, he wants the most help with courage. And so this one will be for courage again. And he feels like he doesn't have enough courage because he has all these social rules in his first layer, in his first chakra, because he had a very sort of, strict upbringing where social rules were very important in the household, and certain things you do and certain things you don't do. And so it wasn't like one of those households where they, help the child to become confident and make their own decisions and feel their own identity. No, it was like, kind of like you're a soldier and this is what you should do. And just So it was pretty invasive the way he was taught. And so things were kind of dumped in his aura, the rules of society. And so he hasn't, he's, it just suppresses his own natural courage. So there's like maybe 50% of what he would like to do, he's not even barely conscious of, because he is so aware of all the rules of society and what's appropriate for a man to do, a man his age from his cultural background, you know, all this stuff. And so what we can do is, you know, that kind of thing can affect everybody, even if you weren't brought up that way, because maybe you had a teacher in school or a relative or an older sibling who was that, or in a past life who was that way. And so you got these rules from, you know, society or authority inside of you, rather than just learning them in a non-invasive way so that you have the information, but it's not blocking you. These, you know, very often people get this stuff dumped in them, and so it's really invasive, and it does kind of smush aspects of you. So anyway, we don't want that. So let's what is that? That's like social rules that were dumped on him, blocking his courage. And really, actually, social rules dumped on you could block purpose or love as well. But in his case, it was mostly dumped in his first chakra and first layer. And that is because if you dump things in someone's first chakra and first layer, they'll feel afraid. They'll feel afraid to defy you. So it'll be like, you have to do this, you must do this, or else. So when someone's teaching in that sort of like scare tactic kind of way, they're most likely courting and or dumping into the first chakra and the first layer. You know, it's like that intimidation, or, you know, this is so important, listen up. You know, so but like I said, it could have been dumped into your seventh layer and your seventh chakra, affecting your sense of purpose, or your fourth chakra and your fourth layer, affecting your ability to love and feel enthusiasm and motivation and love of your life and love of nature and love of pets and love of other people and self-love, all that stuff. So we'll cover all our bases. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of social rules and rules in general. So it could be family rules. It could be cultural rules. Whatever. So just imagine a mini copy of you. So like all your auras, why not, and your chakras in your body, your physical body, your astral body, your groundings. And we'll just do like a big collapsing gold net, and we'll have it gather up all the rules that were dumped in you in this life or any life that you still have. Because like I said, you can learn rules in a non-invasive way. You don't have to have other people's energy stuck in your space, right? So we'll hand them to your angels and they'll help you sort it all out. So have a big collapsing gold net and get all the rules that are other people's energy that are in your space. Just have them stick to the nets, and the nets just clump around them, and then get rid of the nets and all the rules and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. So those are invasive, you know, dumped rules from other people, other groups, other organizations, whatever. Let's do that again. Big, sticky, collapsing gold net, you know, all the way down to the core of the earth, all the way around you, all the way around your auras. And just, we're going to collapse the gold net around all these invasive rules, family rules, society rules, religious rules, whatever, and get rid of it. So gather it up in the gold net and get rid of it. Angels, here you go. So we'll do that a different way too, because sometimes, you know, one way you might like more than another, or one's more effective than another, or whatever. So that was one way to do it with collapsing gold nets. So then now we'll just do big piles out in front of you. So make piles out in front of you of all the invasive rules that, you can get rid of that copy yourself. Make piles out in front of you of all the invasive rules, social rules, family rules, religious rules. If you worked in a company and you got rules dumped in you, whatever. Rules of a certain friendship. Maybe you had an invasive friend who gave you a bunch of rules. Or siblings, invasive siblings, dumped a bunch of rules in your space. And okay, so this is a bunch of rules that's really just other people's energy. And just bring gold light through it all. And you can make a big red grounding for it all. Red grounding from the core of the earth. And you can melt it all, you can blow it up if this is if you're healing yourself. And so you could really just melt all these rules. But you could too just gather up any leftover ones in gold light and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Wow, 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 wow. So that was, again, just getting rid of invasive rules from society, from family, from religious organizations, whatever. So again, just dump out any invasive rules that are in your space, blocking you up. Any rules that are not your energy. Just dump them out in front of you. And wrap them up in gold light and give them to your angels if you want. Wrap them all up. Say, angels, here you go. Or you can blow them up, or you can melt them with gold light. Semi-sample person is all smiles now. Generally what that'll do is that'll automatically start you bringing in more of your energy that you couldn't bring in when those rules were hogging up your space. So that was clearing out invasive rules, we'll call it, or dumped rules. Clearing out invasive rules, and we did it at first with collapsing gold nuts and then just with piles, making piles. All right, good job, guys. So now I'm going to look at another sample person and we'll do something else. So just if you could be patient for a moment, I'm going to take a look at somebody. Okay, so this one person I'm looking at, sample person the angels picked, he's somebody's brother, and this person pays for several family members of theirs to get healings regularly. And so her brother is one of these telepathic consent people, again, so he's not conscious of the healings, but he benefits a lot from them, and his spirit likes him. And he has purpose. His angels want me to help him with purpose, and he has, like, his purpose energy isn't crushed or anything, but it doesn't really show up in his life as much as it could. It's like he's just kind of going through the motions a little bit, so he's not lost. He's kind of doing the right thing for himself, but there's not a lot of meaning that he feels. He's not really like, you know, the expression enjoy the journey. He's not really enjoying the journey. You know, he's just kind of doing it, and it's kind of like a little bit autopilot. I mean, he's trying to be present. He gets regular healings, but there's just a level of deeper feeling connected with himself eternally, and, you know, like a really satisfied fulfillment that's completely not there and has never been there in this life. And so he doesn't even know it's missing, actually. So the reason that is because his purpose energy, his physical body isn't at the right vibration. So his purpose energy can't like resonate fully enough throughout his aura and his seventh layer and his seventh chakra, and really his purpose energy can't like manifest through all the chakras. So it's a vibrational issue, like kind of like his chakras 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're just too blocked typically, but it's like we can do a special unblocking so that the purpose energy kind of, and the love and courage can really really resonate with the physical body, because you can't fully manifest and fully experience if it's only your astral body, right? Because your physical body is the vehicle through which you more deeply experience everything in this lifetime. So people that tune out and they think that the physical body is not spiritual, and, you know, they just like, they're missing out on big time levels of, you know, feeling your own energy, of course, using your psychic abilities more consciously, being safer, but also feeling much deeper levels of fulfillment, and also just practical things, you know, when you're more present, you're able to handle stress way better, and, you know, think in the moment and all that. So anyway, so we're going to help, it's like a special unblocking, and for all the body chakras, major chakras, all the major 7 body chakras, 7 physical chakras, to accommodate your purpose, love, and courage energy. So it's not just in your astral body, this special energy that you have. It can really resonate deeply in your physical body, and that'll help over time help you to feel all this more deeply. Okay, so that was explaining, and then we'll be doing. So what is it? It's physical chakras, physical 7 chakras. It's like a special unblocking and vibrational shift, kind of, to accommodate the purpose, love, and courage. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So now we'll do that. It's easier to do than it was to explain, I promise. So you can imagine, you know, your 7 astral chakras and your 7 physical chakras separately. So like you know, as if they're the way they are in the body. So the 7th chakra is aligned this way, like round opening at the top and at the bottom of it. So kind of like this cup a little bit, round opening, that's your 7th chakra. So you can imagine, I guess just the physical body chakras for now. So 7, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are this way, round opening in the front and round opening in the back. So they're cylinder shape, right? Round opening, round opening. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If that blows your mind, just create a copy with your intention of your 7 physical chakras out in front of you. Okay? And you don't have to see it. And you're going to run gold light through it, and even red earth energy. Bring up red earth energy and soak them all in red earth energy. And then you can actually bring down the red earth energy and soak them all in orange earth energy. Bring up orange earth energy all the way up. Soak all your 7 chakras in orange earth energy. Bring that down. Bring up yellow earth energy. Soak all your 7 physical chakras in yellow earth energy. Bring that back down. bring up the red earth energy again, soak all of them in the red earth energy. And you can bring that back down again to the level of the third chakra if you want. And that, I used to do that in healings. I would call it chakra love or something. So if you search Janet Wright chakra and then the word love, you'll probably find that thing where you're just, it's like an earth energy soak, but just for the chakras. But anyway, so then just use your intuition and say, okay, well, can my seventh chakra of my physical body resonate with my purpose? Yes or no? At this time. Can my sixth chakra help me manifest my purpose? My physical sixth chakra, can it help me manifest my purpose at this time? Yes or no? How about my fifth chakra, my physical throat chakra? Can it help me manifest my purpose at this time? So basically, at some point, you'll get a no, maybe, unless they're all tuned to help you with your purpose, all your physical chakras already. But so it might be like, yes, yes, no, 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 or yes, 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 no, 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 no. You know, so just see where it's already lined up to help you with your purpose and where it's not. And that's just because it's fun to notice. And then now we're going to just, with your intuition, your intention, just tune them all with the gold light so that your purpose, all your physical body chakras, even down to your first chakra at the base of the spine, all of them are at the right vibration to help you feel a deeper sense of purpose and manifest a deeper sense of your purpose. All right, and now we'll do the same thing with love. Your energy of love, and I mean love in a very broad sense. So your ability to feel love for nature, for other people, mankind in general, for nature, for animals, for your pets, for yourself, the ability to feel love and have self-care and self-nurturing energy. So all that love. To love your day, to love your week, you know, potentially your ability to experience love. And so your physical body chakras, are they set to accommodate you feeling love? How about your seventh chakra, your physical seventh chakra? Yes or no? How about your physical sixth chakra? Yes or no? How about your physical fifth chakra? Yes or no? And go down fourth chakra. Is your physical fourth chakra set to help you experience love? Physical third chakra, physical second chakra, physical first chakra. And sometimes they can be, and then maybe you had a stressful thing happen and they all got out of whack. So just go light through all your physical seven chakras and just with your intention, align them and just let them unblock and resonate in a way that's going to help you to feel and experience love and enjoyment of all sorts of things, big and small. So we're realigning your physical body seven chakras so that even down to the first chakra, you can experience enjoyment and love. Including self-love, including loving your life. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for courage. All right, so just same thing. just imagine all your 7 physical body chakras, and use your intuition. Can you manifest courage in your, is your 7th chakra, your physical 7th chakra, set to where it's going to help you manifest courage? Yes or no? What about your physical 6th chakra? Can it help you manifest courage? How about your physical 5th chakra? Physical 4th chakra? Physical 3rd chakra? Physical 2nd chakra? Physical 1st chakra? And again, maybe you got a couple yeses and then all the rest no, or just one yes, all the rest no, or maybe most of them yes and just the bottom one no. It doesn't matter. That's just for your information. And then just a lot of gold light up and down them all. And just use your intention. You can even have affirmations as you do it, like, I want to experience my courage. I want to be safe. I want to be abundant. I want to have courage. And with all of them, it could be that 3, 2, 1 are the most stagnant of all of them, and so extra time on the lower ones could help. Again, you're unblocking and just sort of realigning and helping them to be light enough that you're helping the energy to flow well enough so that they can accommodate your courage. Technically, courage, each of these qualities is generated by one chakra, specific chakra, like courage is 1st chakra at the base of the spine. But if your physical body chakras are too blocked, it just doesn't really happen on a physical level, and you don't feel that courage deeply. So we want all the chakras, all the physical body chakras to lighten up and vibrate well enough so that you can really, really feel that courage. All right, good job. So that whole thing, the doing part of that, I'm just going to put one timestamp because I think it's beneficial to do all of it at once rather than piecemeal and just do the love part, or just, I think it's best to do the whole chunk at once, which is about 9 minutes. 9 or 10 minutes. Okay, so now I want to do those 2 things that I said we were going to do. In the intro, and these are things that we've done. Well, the people that got the triplet healings earlier this month got this stuff. So clumpy flaps, we'll do that first. Clumpy flaps, so that's all your major chakras, astral and physical. It's like a special unblocking so that the flaps relax and close. So the round opening is still there. The round opening of the chakra is still nice and unblocked, but there are flaps around the outer surface, and we don't want those to be irritated and open. We want those to be nice and flush and closed so that it's much harder for someone to cord you, and the chakra works better. So here's a diagram, gorgeous, amazing diagram of what clumpy flaps look like. So this would be the chakra opening, like say the front of your throat chakra, maybe in a greatly expanded version. And this, these are open flaps, and this is the stuff stuffed in them, like maybe energy cords could make clumpy flaps, or just, energy blocks from other people, or, invasive beings. So we don't want that. So they could be all clumpy, or just a couple could be clumpy. So we're going to do a special unblocking where we just remove all that and give it to the angels enough so that then you can just use gold light enough, and then all the flaps relax and fall shut. And so it's like a nice smoothness if you trace the outer surface with your hand. Okay, So that's clumpy flaps explaining. So then now we'll do clumpy flaps doing. All right, so you imagine astral 7 chakras and physical 7 chakras, similar to the way we did in the immediately previous exercise. So imagine copies out in front of you, separate astral and physical. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are the chakras. And use gold light and have the gold light stick to the clumpy chakras, the clumpy parts, keeping the flaps open. If you have, oh, no, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do the creative ring stuff first. The top creative ring. Because if we do the top creative ring first, then it makes everything else easier. So sorry about that. So imagine your top creative ring. So you have 3 gold creative rings above your head, 1, 2, 3. And so the top one, it helps everything a lot. So you just make a copy of that one gold creative ring, and you can make it expanded, a big copy out in front of you if you want. And just imagine, do you have open flaps? If you don't have open flaps, then it would be like super smooth if you traced your hand around it. But if you have partially open or fully open flaps, then it has this sort of bumpy, clumpy kind of feel to it. So just use sticky gold wax and have it stick to whatever's jammed in these flaps. Maybe cords, maybe just junk from other people or beings or whatever. Hard energy objects stuck in there, and just have the sticky gold wax stick to all that and lift all that out. Lift all the junk out of the flaps and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Okay, so one more time. Just imagine that top creative ring. Let's use a little bit of gold light now. Help all the flaps to relax. Wash out what's in there. And let's use sticky gold wax again. Have the wax stick to whatever junk is irritating the flaps and keeping them open. Cords, objects, energy blocks, beings, people. And lift out the wax with the junk. Lift it all out. Angels, here you go. And again, gold light. Just let these flaps of your top creative ring relax. Deep breath. Okay, good job. So that was relaxing unblocking and relaxing the flaps of your top creative ring, and that most likely helps everything beneath it a lot. So you can just heal the other 2 creative rings just for a second, but those flaps are probably closed now. And then now you can work on all the chakras, all the major chakras. So have 2 copies out in front of you, 2 rows of copies, astral and physical, doesn't matter which side they're on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you'll just do sticky gold wax, just like we did with that top creative ring. Sticky gold wax around both. Each chakra has 2 round openings that has a whole bunch of flaps, right? So just use your intention. Don't overthink it. But gold light, have the sticky gold wax stick to all the junk, keeping the flaps open, right? All that clumpy flaps junk. Have the gold wax stick to it, and then you're going to move the wax and the junk out. So move the wax and the junk out, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Just relax for a second. All right, more sticky gold wax. Have it stick to all the junk irritating your chakra flaps. So any junk irritating your chakra flaps, keeping them open, just have the gold wax stick to it. And move it out with the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. And then just gold light and relax all those flaps. Now that you cleaned them out, they should relax fully. So just gold light. So when the flaps are fully closed, it's like you could trace one and then just kind of feel it's like really smooth, the round opening. And if you're a newbie, you might think, Janet, I can't trace things and feel it. What are you talking about? But it's one of those things where the more you practice it, the more it works. Like you just kind of do it, just kind of wing it, for a while, and just be like, I think it's smooth now, or oh, I think I feel bumpy. If it feels bumpy again, you could just say, angels, can you help me unblock this enough so that it's smooth? You can say that now just to cover your bases. Angels, if I miss anything, can you help me unblock all these flaps so that they can relax and be smooth shut? And since we have them separate, we can sneak in and do some filament stuff too. It's a nice opportunity. We'll do it quickly. So filaments, chakra filaments, are the connections between the physical chakra and the astral chakra. So there's a 7th chakra filament connecting your physical 7th to your astral 7th. And you want these filaments to be like, they're like tubes, but like super flowing rivers inside the tubes, right? And they'll be the natural color of that chakra, the color that you've set it to. So 7th chakra, you'd have a nice purple tube as your 7th chakra filament, right? And with a big purple river flowing in it. And so you don't want anything blocked. You don't want it too tight or compressed. You want big rivers for each filament. So just run gold light and unblock each filament, repair each filament if there's anything like sort of messed up, ripped. Just lots of gold light through all your chakra filaments. And you can always make your copies different sizes based on, what works for you. So like just then I made all my filaments, like I put them in a smaller area so I could heal them with both hands at the same time, just surround them all in lots of gold light and just saturate the filaments and unblock the filaments all at the same time, all 7. And it's possible that someone doing this walkthrough needs chakra repair, and we didn't do chakra repair. We'll just do that real quickly because it's unblocking at the same time. So just imagine one composite copy that represents all your major and minor chakras. Why not? Minor chakras are little acupuncture points everywhere, and there's some smaller chakras along your spine too. So just have one composite copy that represents all your major and minor chakras, so it looks like a big open cylinder. And just do repair. Lots of gold light and repair. Repair with gold light. So damaged chakras, they could be crushed, they could have a crack, they could have a chip missing. The smaller ones tend to more likely be crushed. The big ones, the major ones along your spine, maybe they have a crack or like the back half is missing if they get a lot of damage. But the little ones that are acupuncture points, they can just be like totally crushed. So just use so much gold light that they grow back and repair. And unblock. So like say you don't need, you probably need some repair of some minor chakra somewhere, but you can also unblock. So just imagine the energy blocks maybe like mud, and just melt away the mud with the gold light. Or hard crustiness, and melt away the hard crustiness with gold light. And we can do specific unblocking for the theme of purpose, love, and courage. Just imagine any blocks in any of these chakras that mess with your purpose, love, and courage, and lift out those energy blocks and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Or you could blow them up or melt them with gold light. So again, composite copy representing all your major and minor chakras. Imagine in that composite copy all the energy blocks messing with your purpose, love, and courage. Lift out those energy blocks and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. More gold light to repair, to melt cords, to unblock. Okay, good job. So that was chakra repair of all your major and minor chakras, and it was unblocking for the theme for purpose, love, and courage in 2 minutes. Wow, that's weird. The angels must be helping me to do it all in a very time efficient way. All right. So, what do I want to do? Yeah, let's do the flowy cube. For purpose, love, and courage. So with this, we're going to remove the crushing energy, and then we're going to do flower healing. Well, yeah, and we'll repair. And we'll kind of go back and forth. So just reground for a sec. Red or orange or yellow. Nice big grounding as wide as your arms and as high as your third chakra. Red or orange or yellow. And unblock, make a copy of your grounding out in front of you and unblock it with gold light. You can put all the energy blocks in one pile in your grounding and just melt them with gold fire or gold water, or blow them up if you're healing yourself. Again, gather up all the energy blocks in your grounding and just melt them all away with gold fire or gold water. All right, so that's grounding and grounding and blocking. So now we will do the flowy cube stuff. So just imagine 3 flowy cubes that represent, one represents your purpose energy, one represents your love energy, and one represents your courage energy. And just notice how the cubes look, or imagine how the cubes look. Are they crushed? Are they broken and shattered? Are they nice and flowy and cube-like? And, you know, you get a good sense of them. And what we're going to do is first remove any energy that might be crushing these cubes. It could be from past lives, it could be from this life, doesn't matter. So to remove the crushing energy, you can just lift it out with your own hands, or you can use like a gold net to lift it all out. So whichever feels better for you. So lift out the crushing energy, lift it up out of all 3 cubes. So you lifted up all the crushing energy that's healthy and gentle to get rid of right now, and just ball it up and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So ball it up like a piece of paper. Like, yeah, this is nothing. Angels, here you go. It's important to be very confident as you know, just go for it. So you got your purpose cube, love cube, courage cube. Lift up the crushing energy, anything that crushed this stuff, and then ball it up and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And like I said, if you want to do a gold net and just pass the gold net through it, that's fine too. We could do that one. So big gold net underneath all the cubes, and then just drag the gold net through the cubes to catch up junk that crushed them or shattered them, and then just gather up the net to gather all that junk and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So that's removing crushing energy, shattering energy that shattered or crushed your cubes, your purpose or love or courage energy. So now just gold light to heal these energies of yours. You can make like a nice purple grounding for your purpose cube, a nice green grounding for your love cube, and a nice red grounding for your courage cube if you want. That's optional, but it's nice. And lots of gold light, and just soak these cubes with the gold light. And this is repairing the cubes, your flowy cubes. So it doesn't matter how long ago the damage happened, you can still repair it, it's fine. Lots of gold light. And then let's do flower healing to nourish these cubes. And we can do the same flowers for all of them. Just with the wise, smart part of you, just make energy healing flowers that are going to nourish all these cubes of yours. So you make it out of universal healing energy. Whatever vibration is going to nourish all 3 cubes for your purpose, love, and courage. So make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers and say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then go ahead and, like make copies of them and give them to your, or give some of them to your purpose cube, some to your love cube, and some to your courage cube. And if you feel like you can't do that, just say, angels, can you please make healing flowers for these 3 cubes? If you're healing somebody else, it'd be better if you have the angels make the flowers for the cube. So angels, can you please make flowers for these 3 cubes? And have the angels give the flowers to the cubes. Okay, so one more time, make energy healing flowers. If you're healing yourself, then make energy healing flowers for your cubes. Say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then go ahead and give these flowers to each cube of your cube. Give it to the purpose cube, give it to the love cube, and give it to the courage cube. And if you're healing someone else, just say, angels, can you please give healing flowers to these cubes? And you could do that even for yourself. Say, angels, can you please heal and nourish my cubes? And I think that's enough. I mean, you could do a whole nother round of that, and remove crushing energy again and repair again and do flowers again. But I think right now that was really nice the way we did it. So that's fine. We'll move on. So that was like 5 minutes of doing. So we're going to wrap up. You can just comb through, redo your gold buffer zones, comb through your aura, comb through your chakras, just get a sense of everything. Say hi to your physical body, say hi to your astral body, gold light through both of those. And your grounding, you can remake your grounding, whichever color works for you, red or orange or yellow. Redo your gold buffer zones, and just say, angels, can you please give me a healing? All right, good job. So the healing's done. You did it. Woohoo! All right. So I'll go for maybe, I'll have the live stream go for maybe 25 minutes more or so. I'm going to read people's feedback about the healing. If anyone has any follow-up questions specifically about something that we did or something I said, that's fine. If it's just a general life question, please post that under any video at any time instead of now, just because I want to keep this little ending part to 25 minutes or less. And I will have a separate Q&A live stream sometime this month. So if you're on my news email list, you'll get a heads up on when that is. You'll get like 6 hours to a day notice. And if you receive the healing, let me know, how you feel, how it was for you. Add some context of like if I healed you or if you healed yourself or both. Because sometimes I can't tell from these YouTube IDs. All right, so someone says, hi Janet, soul love is good. I have a question. Yeah, and then I read your question about the Wei Chi auras. Yeah, how to synchronize all Wei Chi auras. They don't synchronize. That's not really a thing. But yeah, we just repair them and unblock them like we did. Someone says, that was amazing to see and wash out benevolent controllers. See who was there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole interesting thing. Some people, a lot of people, it's sort of like a different, I think, set of muscles spiritually to hold boundaries with people that are super nice and you actually totally like than to hold boundaries with people who you dislike, or you find abrasive or insulting or something. Like it's a really different strength or skill set. Both are important and you can get really good at both, but it is a different thing. So I think that's why it's good to, and you can always do that with yourself. Do I have people in my space that I really like, and just hunt for that, be a detective, because, and then do I have people in my space that are, that I don't like, or I'm ambivalent about, and just look, because it's different. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad you found that educational. Someone says, Janet, you said that using a pink grounding and earth soak is okay and not too high a vibe. Are there certain shades that are bad? Sometimes it feels more healing for me to soak in pink. Thank you. I guess it depends. I mean, I don't know, color-wise, like, if you're like mixing paint, like pink would be made by red and white. So white is not good for the energy field, but so if you just have your angels like double check your pink and it's just like more of a reddish color or like a reddish purple, you know what I mean? As long as it's not white, but there could be vibrations of pink that are fine as grounding if you want. But just have your angels double check it just in case, because we don't want any white in there. White is too high of a vibration. It would be not conducive to being present. So yeah, so it's possible that there are vibrations of pink that could work, but yeah, keep asking your angels to double check your pink. Just in case. Generally I'll stick to, just rainbow colors, red, orange, yellow, green, 2 shades of blue, and purple for everything. Someone says, thanks so much, Janet. I was feeling really muted and stuck until you did the purpose, love, and courage work with the chakras. Now I feel much better. Oh, you mean the early in the healing where we did the vibrational shift so that your physical chakras can resonate with your purpose, love, and courage? That could be what you're referring to. I'm glad you noticed that and it felt good. Let me know in your survey too if that's what you meant, your post-healing survey. For those that don't know, because I refer to that a lot, and some people who've never gotten a healing with me before, but they hear the live streams, they're like, what are these surveys you talk about? So it's for the people that I'm healing, the 120 people that bought this healing from me 2 months ago before it sold out. I email them, before the healing set starts, so they're aware that it's about to, it's going to start tomorrow. And then, like tonight, I'll send them an email saying, well, the Sunday healing happened, and here's a link to the post-healing survey, the first post-healing survey, and they fill it out the next day. So on Monday, they're filling it out, and hopefully, and it's just, a couple simple questions about how do you feel right now, and it helps me to read their progress and how the techniques were for them and which one benefited more. Just because I'm a reader, so I can read that kind of thing, but it helps to have the conscious feedback of how they feel. If they feel the same, no different, or if they feel different in certain ways, it's very useful for me. Even if they feel completely the same, it's still very useful for me, because that in and of itself is kind of fascinating, that person did not feel a conscious benefit. So then I kind of study why that is, and it helps me as I'm planning the next healing. Okay, somebody says, and you say your name, thanks for the healing, Janet. How did my sister do? Yes, who also got the healing. I guess she really liked removing the controllers. At first she was kind of resistant about it. She was like, get out, get out, get out. You're kind of like, she was wrapped in tape, and she couldn't get the tape off. But then her angels helped her, and she got the hang of the gold light and, and everything. So that's interesting that you bring that up. Yeah, that was a thing for her. She's just, it's new to be able to watch people out of your space, and sometimes you think, well, I'm going to argue with them or yell at them, to get them out, but that's a resistant thing, so it tends to make them stick to you like tape. So it took her a while of angel help to just like use the gold light and move them out versus like so, but she's getting the hang of it. She did good. The Flowy cube thing, she she was like wow, for the Flowy cube thing. I think that idea of removing stuff that has crushed you, I think that's like a new idea that she likes. So yeah, she did great. Someone says, thank you for this walkthrough. You're welcome. So you healed yourself. Is there anything I should work on more? I'm going to need a nap for integration of this healing. Well, naps are always nice. If you have the time, why not? Should work on more. I mean, you can always, of course, do the whole healing again whenever you want, or just use your intuition as you look through the healing summary, which is available in a day. But for you particularly, the sticky gold, it's kind of a simple thing, but very, it's simple, but kind of a big deal. It's at the end of the aura repair that we did. We did sticky gold wax for all 17 of your auras and both your groundings and, your physical body, your astral body. I call it your everything, usually. But you imagine all 17 of your auras and your 2 bodies are in there, your physical and astral and your 2 groundings, and you sticky gold wax the whole thing. And then move that out, give it to your angels, move the junk out with the wax, give it to your angels. Your angels really like that for you. They're like, could you please do that like twice a day, forever, basically. Just, sticky gold wax the whole thing. And then, move out the junk and give it to your angels, and then just wash out gold light through the whole thing afterwards. But just sticky gold wax the whole thing, move it out. And because they feel like, you, like most people, you just, if someone dumps something on you on Monday, it's still there on Friday, and maybe still there the next Monday, so it's like that idea of just getting everything out that's not you, just in that quick way with the sticky wax, they felt like was really effective for you, and it's quick. So sticky gold wax for everything. They're like, okay, if there's one keeper for sure for you, it would be the sticky gold wax for your everything. All 17 auras, both your bodies, both your groundings, just sticky gold wax the whole thing, and then move out the junk and the wax, give it to your angels. So I hope that makes sense. Someone says, hi, Janet, you healed my friend. Yes. How did he do? He's really smiling. It's very funny. Because, he could be kind of tentative about his engagement with these healings sometimes, but he's got a big smile. It's funny. The social rules was big for him. That resonated quite strongly with him, getting rid of everybody's religious rules and social rules and family rules out of his space. That was like his second favorite thing. But actually the first favorite thing was right towards the end, the Flowy cube exercise, getting rid of the crushing energy. That really resonates with him. He's like, I've been crushed. He's like, I've really been crushed. You don't know, Janet, I've been so crushed. So just lifting out crushing energy, he's like, that's a game changer. So he's gonna work more with his angels on that. But yeah, so those are his 2 favorite things. But he does well with these healings. I mean, like once people, it's usually maybe even just, after the first healing, people just get so in the swing of it, even the telepathic consent people. So, but yeah, those are his favorite things. Getting rid of dumped rules that were dumped on him in his space, and then getting rid of the crushing energy in that Flowy cube exercise towards the very end. So he did very well. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Any advice for me? And you did get the healing, which I can tell from your YouTube ID. You know, actually, your angel's favorite section is the clumpy flaps section. The clumpy flaps section that we did, plus the filaments part, we did right after that, chakra filaments. So clumpy flaps for all 7, astral and physical, and then filament unblocking and repair. They're like, you could do that, like, you know, like just learn that, you know, that whole thing from the start of the clumpy flaps, start of when we do it to when we finish doing the filaments. That was like 8 minutes. So you could do that over and over with the recording, and then you could just freestyle it, like learn it so well that you just do it. But they really like that. If they're like, if you could do that multiple times a day, just every day, just, you know, make it so that you know it so well and you're just kind of relaxed while you do it, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, the clumpy undoing, you know, unblocking so your flaps aren't clumpy, and chakra filaments, including that top creative ring part, you know. So yeah, hope that helps. Someone says, thank you for our healing. You're welcome. Why, how do chakras have flaps? What colors are Wei Chi auras? Wei Chi auras are gold, like a gold mist, unless they have junk in them. But they should be just a gold mist. And why, how do chakras have flaps? How, I don't know how to answer how, they just do. Why, well, they can get irritated. It's like your skin can get a rash on it, you know. But flaps can get, you know, open and irritated. I guess it's a way for, if there's just too much energy, that's, you know, like when the chakra gets overwhelmed, it just kind of busts at the seams and the flaps pop out. You know, so maybe don't overthink it, but yeah, it's just that's just the way it looks when they get overwhelmed. And but you don't want any junk in them. You want them just flush, closed. And then the round openings, of course, you want those unblocked and not lots of nice flow of your energy through the big round openings. But the flaps, they're just, I guess, to let you know that something's going on wrong. You know, and they're like, it's a way that people can access your energy, but you don't want to jam them shut. You want to relax them so much that they naturally shut. So, but yeah, beyond that, maybe you're just overthinking, but hope that helps. I don't know if it helps, but yeah, don't overthink it. Someone says, hello, can you tell if I have gotten any better at removing the burdens of others from the back of my path since the last healing? Thanks. Yeah, so for those that don't know, that is something we did, I guess, earlier this month. I don't remember when we did it. Probably in, I know we did it actually in the December twin set. But we may have also done it in the triplet earlier this month, but I know we did it in the December twin set because I remember somebody's brother, that was like a huge game changer for him, and he got the December twin set, December 2021. So anyway, yeah. You know what you could do too is keep clearing guilt. Because it's like, I feel like you used to, if you know, I find like an easy, intuitive way to quantify your progress. I would say before you would carry like 100 pounds of junk behind you on your spiritual path and try to drag it forward with you. And now after the work you've done, you only generally drag about 25 pounds of junk forward with you. And the reason that you still drag some stuff forward is a sense of guilt or obligation or, guilt, basically. So you can just clear energy blocks for guilt, clear guilt. Present life energy blocks, past life energy blocks. But yeah, so you're a lot better than you were. I hope that helps. Someone says, so many distractions. Oops, wait, I lost my place. So many distractions and phone calls during this healing. Oh, I'm sorry. But you know, it's on video, so you can hear it later, don't worry. And you can always ask your angels, say, angels, help me to make the most of this healing, and help me to work on any of this that I need to work on more in my sleep as much as I need. So that way you're covering your bases, because you know, life happens. It's a long live stream. You know, the chance of you having distractions is there, right? So you can always just say, angels, help me to catch what I miss with you on the astral, because the angels, you know, they can look at the healing and know it exactly, and do it with you in your sleep. So anything you missed, you know. So I hope that makes sense. And of course, later there'll be the healing summary. Within a day, there'll be the healing summary in the comment section, so you can check and notice if something doesn't seem familiar, and you could redo it with the timestamp links. Someone says, hi, Janet, can you check my third eye, meaning your sixth chakra, which is the one in the forehead. I have a sty and is healing. I'm assuming you mean a sty, like a physical thing on your physical eyelid, which is different than the sixth chakra, of course, but maybe you're thinking that they're somehow related. But yeah, they're not necessarily related. Your sixth chakra, it did have some damage in the back, but we did chakra repair, and that did repair it nicely. You could compare, like, intuitively, or visually, whatever, put two copies out in front of you, your astral sixth chakra and your physical sixth chakra, and just compare them and see how each one feels to you and how the energy flows with each one. Because I would say your sixth chakra, your physical sixth chakra, is kind of more sluggish than your astral sixth chakra. A nice color for each of them would be like a deeper blue, like a cobalt blue maybe, and you could just use lots of gold light to unblock them. But yeah, I would say keep working on your physical sixth chakra. It's just a little heavy. Like there's energy around the outer surface, like hard, clumpy energy. So just, this is a good thing I drank all my tea. Just keep using gold light, keep unblocking your physical sixth chakra. And then you could also do the sixth chakra filament in between them. And just that could use some help too, because there's like a kind of a compressing energy smushing the filament. You want it to be a nice big flowing river in between the two, inside that chakra filament. So you could keep working the sixth chakra filament and the physical sixth chakra, keep unblocking it. But they are repaired, and it's better than it was. But I don't think that's related to your physical sty, from what I can hear from your angels. That's a separate physical issue. And you're mentioning which eye you have the physical issue with. But yeah, that's different. Someone says their name and says, thank you, Janet. How did I and my wife do? Anything particular you saw and healed? Let's see. Well, you, on a spirit level, you're like, how are my cubes? Are they crushed? Are they still crushed? But no, they're not crushed. They feel like they could be bigger. They feel like they're kind of like compressed, but they're not crushed. You know, it's like a coherent cube, but it just feels like, so you could lift out energy that's kind of repressing them, that's kind of, you know, crunching them together. So you could work it a little more. But yeah, it's not really a repair issue. It's more just lift out the repressing energy in all those three cubes. Your wife, hi to her if she's watching. I don't know if she is. But her love cube is still pretty crushed. So I guess that the pieces are more together than they were. They were more far apart. So now the cube that represents her love, ability to experience like deep appreciation and self-love and self-care and enjoyment, a love of her day, love of nature, love of people, all that good stuff. So the cube, there's still crushing energy. So she could lift that up. She could just, I'm saying hi to her on a spirit level in case she's not watching consciously. I'm just saying hi, you know, you have that little bit crushing there. So you could work with your angels in your sleep on that. So they can help you fix it even more. But good job so far. So she says thank you. It's because you can only do so much at one time. She's wanting to know how it got crushed, when it got crushed. I think it's a past life thing, actually. Even like when she was little, it was pretty crushed. So it's not something specific to this childhood that got it so crushed. It's last life. But that's not uncommon. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Unless you get fully healed in one life, it's easy to carry wounds forward to your next life. That's why healings like this help your future lives, because then you're carrying less wounds and burdens into your next life. So, yay. So, but you both did great. You both did all the exercises, everything. You know, there wasn't a part where any of you were like incapable of receiving the healing or anything. I think at first both of you kind of were a little bit in shock with that part that we did earlier in the healing, clearing out family rules, social rules, religious rules. I think there was just so much triggered at first. You were both kind of like, whoa, what are we doing? But then you both got it. You know, your angels helped you and you both like got out so many rules that had been like invasively dumped in your space. In this life and previous lives, but a lot both of you had dumped in your space from this life. So that was definitely one of the most beneficial things for you guys, that clearing dumped rules from this life and past lives, from family, society, religious, etc. So I hope that helps. And you guys can work more on that in your sleep with your angels, and of course, using the video. Someone says, what specific area to target to stop people doing stupid and hurtful things to me because of their want for superiority and lack of respect? So one thing I would say, I don't know if you heard earlier when I was talking about somebody's sister and how when she was trying to get people out of her space, it kind of stuck to her like tape. And so she was kind of wrestling with this tape that was stuck to her because she was resisting and judging the people that were in her space. So she was like, get out, get out. But it was like sticking to her like tape because of that sort of frustrated judgment. Right? But then her angels helped her so she wasn't stuck in the judgment and the frustration. And so then she was able to just lift it out of her, right? It didn't stick to her anymore. So that's something that you could work on. And you can kind of even see it in your writing style where you said people doing stupid and hurtful things. So stupid is a judgment. Hurtful is not really, that's more descriptive, but stupid is a judgment. I know what you mean. It's not like I never say that word in my personal life, but if I'm trying to clear someone out, I want to be very careful and try to be more just kind of analytical and straightforward about how I'm thinking about it, because I don't want it to be like the tape thing where it's all stuck to me because I'm like, you're so stupid, because then it sticks to you and you can't get it out. So you can just say, angels, help me with my resistance, help me with my judgment, and then wash it out with gold light. So, you know, you can always, even if people are dumping on you all day long, every day, you can wash it out and it'll be effective if you're not too resistant or too judgy about it. And I know it's easy to judge because, you know, I don't know, because they're not your friends and you just feel like, you know, they should stop, you know, but it's not effective energy healing wise. That way it sticks to you, that frustrated sort of that'll make it like tape and stick to you, right? So you want to touch your sixth chakra, view from there, just see it as energy blocks. Just see it as, you know, like it's like they dumped a blanket on you, and the blanket is their energy. You're just going to get rid of the blanket, give it to your angels, right? You don't have to judge the blanket. You don't have to judge the person who dumped the blanket. Just try to be more, you know, like peaceful about it, because that way it'll be way more effective. So, and you can just say, you know, touch here, imagine, you know, being behind where you're tapping, you know, being in your sixth. Just say, angels, help me with non-resistance, help me with non-judgment, help me to wash people out. And then go ahead and do it. Just imagine a mini you and just wash it all out. Imagine like a gold tidal wave and just wash everybody out and give them to your angels. Okay, but I think that could really like triple your effectiveness. You know, even maybe if you want every day, just say, angels, help me with my non-judgment, help me with my non-resistance, help me, you know, effectively wash people out, and then just go for it. You know, but again, non-judgment, non-resistance. And I know that's not the easiest thing in the world, but you'll get better and better at it if you practice. So I hope that helps. So then you don't have to worry if they're dumping on you because they're confused and they mean well, or they're on a power trip, or they're, you know, whatever psychological issues they have. Try not to get too into that, because then you might get judgy about it, you know. So it's just stuff in your space. You're going to wash it out. That's it. So hope that makes sense. Someone says, hi, Janet. The healing felt great. Physical body felt like I had been stretching. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Anything for me to focus on? Oh, and I should wrap up because my timer went off. So I'm going to try to do everything fast now. Anything for me to focus on? Your angels say just use your intuition. You're like really intuitive because you're so present now. They like that thing where we just did, it was like, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, the clear out the rules, dumped rules, dumped rules. They love that for you. And the one right after that, where we just did the physical 7 chakras and we kind of retuned them a little bit so that they're very conducive to your purpose, love, and courage. So both those exercises together, those are like the favorite parts. So you could just redo those, especially. Hope that helps. Someone says, okay, thank you. You're welcome. So it says, I loved everything. Healed myself today. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you so much for the walkthrough, Janet. You're welcome. The more I practice, the easier it is to imagine what I'm doing. Yes. And you're getting way more present. Like right now, you're in 7 through 2, actually, meaning you're present in physical body chakra 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So your work is paying off. You are getting way more present. Sometimes, you know, like say if you meditate and then like 4 hours later, you're in 7 through 3 instead of 7 through 2. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Even if you're in 7 through 2 for a few hours, that helps, you know, and then eventually you'll be in 7 through 2 all the time if you keep working on it. And then you'll eventually be in 7 through 1, all your chakras all the time. So it's, you know, it's progressive. So good job. So it says, hey, Janet, good morning. I feel serene. Good afternoon now, actually, but maybe you typed it in the morning. Good morning. I feel serene. How nice. How did I do with this healing? I feel like I had quite a bit of benevolent controllers. You know, I think for you too, what I said to that other lady about, you know, you could say, help me with non-resistance, help me with non-judgment, and then wash everybody out. You know, that's a nice pairing that you could keep doing. Just so you, because sometimes you do get a little judgy about people in your space, which, you know, is understandable, but counterproductive. So I would say your angels just wanted to point that out, that would be very good for you. Yeah, I do think you had more benevolent controllers than the other kind, because you focus on the other kind, you know, people that are in your space that you find aggravating and annoying consciously. You've worked that more than the benevolent controllers. So yeah. Someone says, we'll add that to my daily routine. A nice drench in sticky gold wax for everything. Yeah, I like it too. I feel like it just does so much in such a short amount of time. I'm bad at holding on to things. I like to pick situations apart. I know I need to stop. Yeah, so when you're picking a situation apart, you're probably stuck in some energy blocks and you're less grounded. Maybe your grounding's blocked in the back especially. So yeah, if you know you're train wrecking on something, yeah, do sticky wax for everything, get your grounding right again, even in the back. Yeah, but that's a good indicator. Someone says, make sure y'all like the stream before it ends. Yes, thumbs up. That would be helpful. Even later as a video, thumbs up always helps. Someone says, thank you, see you Tuesday. Yep. Yeah, so this next healing on Purpose, Love, and Courage is in 2 days, on Tuesday. Clearing energy blocks for guilt. Thanks. Yeah, glad it made sense. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Be always blessed. That's very kind. Thank you. Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, it's not judgment. More they do things because they want me to fail to make them more important. I'm not thinking about them. I do not need them. Thanks. Well, I think you're thinking that, I mean, when you call someone stupid, that is a judgment. I mean, there's no two ways about it. I think you're thinking that judgment is bad, or judgment is, you know, or you're walking up to them and smacking them in the face or something. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, I can see that, like, when you're perceiving the situation, most of the time you're viewing from your 4th chakra, which is not the non-judgment chakra. The non-judgment chakra is your 6th chakra. You're viewing from your 4th, so your thoughts are more like, why don't they stop? This isn't fair. That's usually how you'll perceive something when you're viewing from here. When you're viewing from here, it's more cut and dry. And maybe consciously you thinking that you have no issue with judgment, but I'm telling you, as a reader, I can see your energy and you do have an issue with judgment of other people. I'm not saying it's not understandable given the circumstances, but I'm just saying that is something that I see and your angels are pointing out to me to tell you that you could work on. So again, I'm not saying you're a bad person or that you have anger management issues or anything. It's a subtle difference in perspective, and maybe it's just subconscious for you, that the judgment that you have towards other people. But it really is there, I promise. And it's easy to work on. Just be consistent. Just ask your angels for help with non-judgment. And I think it would really pay off over time. And again, that's something everybody could work on more, including me. All right, cool. You guys are awesome. That's a nice note to end on, non-judgment. So that everyone's more effective in their clearing people out. All right, so it's great to do this healing. Congratulations for working on your energy. You're so awesome. And if you want, you can join me in the healing in 2 days on Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. Okay, bye. Take care.